What's going on, everybody? I appreciate those of you that were hanging out waiting on the stream to start. For those of you watching that replay, though, make sure you hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so when we do these live chats, you can take part right along with us. So, exciting stuff. We got a little bit of a LeBeau flanker tease earlier with eye fragrance. We'll do a split screen with some of the new stuff. I want to talk about the new addition to the signature line of Oud Mineral, and there's a few things that are coming for beginning of the year that we're going to talk about, plus things I'd like to see. Things I'm expecting to see versus things I'd like to see. But first and foremost, we might as well talk about what I'm wearing. Always nice to talk about the scent of the days, right? Guerlain L'Homme Ideal Extreme. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Plum, earthy tobacco. That sweet, bitter meets bitter almond DNA that it's known for. Smells like the original plus tobacco and plum, basically. So good. When my wife smelled it on me earlier, she said, that smells like something you would really like. She said, I'm not saying it smells bad. It smells like you. So I took that as a compliment. She said, after her follow-up was, if I was going somewhere to buy you a fragrance and I smelled that, I would say, he's going to love that. So I love when she gives me these little tidbits. It's always good talking points when we do these streams and such. But yep, Guerlain L'Homme Ideal Extreme. Hype is real, people. So, how's your day going? We'll do some split screens in just a little bit, but let's get caught up on the chat first. Predictions, pain. It's a Rocky reference for those of you that didn't know. Cracked up when I saw Bilbo put that. That's last night, I think he put that. That's Clubber Lang, Mr. T in Rocky 3. What's your predictions for the fight? Pain. Oh yeah, good stuff. Commandante Regio. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was Zaharoff Commandante, but it's Regio. Wow, what a scent. Regio apparently smells. So I ended up buying some fragrances last night too. Was it last night? It was last night. Gentleman Reserve Privé, Born in Roma Intense. What else did I grab? I grabbed 5 fragrances. Some stuff that came in stock, and I was like, sure, why not? What was it? Let me read it off to you guys what I ended up buying. Because we'll wait till about the 10-minute mark before we do some split screens and really get into the topic. What was it? So Gentleman Reserve Privé, finally got around to getting that. And let's see. So, no, that was the previous order. Okay, because I have 2 orders that are coming in. I've done 2 orders in the last few days. Herbal Aquatica from Montal. Okay, kind of like their Herbapura. I figured why not Polo Black, because I'm just wanting to collect all the polos because I have double black. I just didn't have Polo Black. Valentino Uomo Born in Roma Intense, Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privé, and Polo Oud. That was the one that sparked me to that came into stock. I bought the 125 ml of Polo Oud that just came out. I like how they put relaunch EDP because like I saw on the internet that people were like hoping that it wouldn't be Polo Supreme Oud, but apparently it's the same fragrance, and I don't have Polo Supreme Oud, so I'm fine with that. So yeah, that was what sparked me to make an order last night. Was they've been restocking almost daily the last like 4 days. They've been adding stuff to their inventory. So anybody that's been looking to buy some stuff for the holidays, I don't know if you'll get it in time for Christmas, but if you're looking to buy yourself some stuff, they've been restocking some goodies on Fragrance Buy's website. So make sure to hit that thumbs up on your way in. I refuse to believe there's only 10 likes. Let me go ahead and refresh that. The last couple of streams, YouTube. Yeah, so we got 27. Still abysmal for 70 viewers. I believe in you guys. You're better than that. You're all better than that. But that's where we're at right now. So let's see. Hope everyone had a good weekend. 1 week till Christmas. Been letting my kids choose my scent of the day for the past few days. Wearing a Sensei L'Homme Le Parfum. Hat of the day is Maverick City Edition. All right. Yeah, we're going to have some fun with it. Fragheads Asylum. I wore that the other night, actually. It was Saturday night. Out the shower, I wore that. Didn't get to catch Silver Play Button stream last week, but congrats, Ross. Thank you for giving me a place to get away from the daily grind and hear about what I love, fragrances, wearing Acqua di Gio Profumo. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you. I wore that one last week myself. Definitely one of the best designers ever, in my opinion. But glad to have you today. Good to see you, Scott. Divine, my favorite niche snob. Good to see you, my man. It's nowhere near Neff's. I was mind blown when I saw people compare it to Neff's. Sirocco is synthetic screechy saffron. That's basically it. Climatics in the house. Always a pleasure, my friend. Invictus Victory, the non-elixir. That's a good one. Jasada Ambassador Intense. I should get it tomorrow. Well, hope you like it. You'll get, an an undeniable resemblance in the opening spray to Sauvage Elixir, but after a few minutes, they start to do this. They walk. They're on the same road, and then after a few minutes, it forks, and they walk different paths. Terrence, good to see you. Gucci Guilty Elixir. Still haven't tried that one. Good to see you, Juan. Royal Vanilla. I still have it to the side. I need to spend some time with Dan, not the man. We're in Super Crush. All right, Paris Corner's version of Instant Crush. 1 million Privé. Giancarlo, you're killing the game. You're the one to beat right now, in my opinion. Memo Paris Winter Palace. I've never tried that one, John. Ethan, good to see you. Wearing Signature Tobacco. Can't go wrong there. Seth, good to see you. Silver Blue. Got it right here. I'll be wearing it over the next week or so, like all those ones from 12 Days of Christmas. I'm mixing stuff in and out because obviously the Guerlain I'm wearing today wasn't in there, but Azaro Portable Intense was. So I'm kind of mixing and matching around. I'm thinking maybe tomorrow I might do Amouage Boundless, but I'm kind of just reaching from that pile for the most part. Never tried it. Boss Bottled Elixir is a fantastic release for the year. Orchid Man from Frappin. I need to explore that house more. Cacao Dreams. So I have Cacao Dreams Privé. That's a beautiful creamy chocolate fragrance. Tonka Cola. Excellent choice for Adolfo. Very famous YouTuber. I guess that's a shout out to Spencer. Let's see. Wearing infrared. Doesn't matter which one. You smell great. Either one of them. I'm off Odyssey Ohm. EDP. Never tried. Cody, good to see you. Loam EDP pissed off at USPS because they sent my bottle of Bulgari Man in Black to the same wrong place 3 times. Damn. So what happened is wherever you bought it from probably put your address wrong. That sucks. That sucks. So you won't know for certain until you see that shipping label, but they might have screwed your address up, and USPS isn't screwing up. It's whoever you bought it from screwed up. That's what it sounds like to me anyways. But it could be USPS. You never know. Loan me the Alex Ream. Yeah, hell yeah. Good stuff. Guerlain L'Instant. L'Instant is that, I believe is how you say that instead of L Instant. L'Instant. Eau de Parfum. Good to see you, Jared. Can't complain, sir. I cannot complain. Let's see. Wearing Exnilio Fleur Narcotique. I like the name. I haven't tried the brand. Love their bottles, though. The bottles look great. Been a bit. Hope all is having a wonderful day. Sin of the day is tobacco. Good to see you, Mikey. Fragrance Fraternity. Always a pleasure. Wearing Dylan Blue. I want Mont Blanc Legend Blue next year. I mean, we had blue bottles in the Legend line, the summer editions, or they were called Special Edition, but they were summer. I got Special Edition 2014. It's basically a summer edition. It's got a lot of lime. It smells like Legend, just a fresh citrus version of Legend. It's really good. I just haven't worn it but once or twice since I got it. It was kind of a wanted to have it kind of thing, more so than wear it all the time. That happens with a lot of these fragrances, whereas I want to have it because I like the DNA. That's kind of how that goes. Jonathan, good to see you. I'm Waj Honor Man. Still got to try this one, Ross. Great citrusy spice. Noted. The Boz has arrived. We're in Wanted by Night. Excellent choice, sir. We're number 5. That seems to be the one that gets all the love. Specifically is number 5. Sin of the Day Club Doing Intense Man. See that? Absolutely right, Ross. We are better than that. Oh, so I'm a little ways behind if you're talking about the likes. So let me scroll down. Paul, good to see you. This is pretty early for Boz, I got to say. But you got to remember, Boz is many, many hours ahead of us. Well, at least ahead of me. Many, many hours ahead. So whenever Boz can make it, I'm just happy to see Boz, whether it's with 10 minutes left or 10 minutes in. As long as Boz shows up, I'm good. Electimus Black Caviar, that's a strange one, huh? I haven't worn that in a long time. That's a very situational fragrance for me. I'm assuming Wila Parfum mixed with ombre leather. Bet it smells good. Spice Bomb needs to release a blue fragrance. We'll discuss. Don't worry, we will discuss. Parlin Rosa Black, absolutely love it. Salutations, wearing Killian Smoking Hot. That got a lot of hype earlier when it came out. It's more of a green, dark teal than anything, because this is like a Kelly green, the hat. So this is more of like it's more green than blue, like more of a green hue to teal, which is makes it more of a dark teal, I guess. Technically, I wear this all the time. This is like one of my favorite shirts. I love rolling the sleeves up. It's long sleeve. It's thin polyester hoodie t-shirt. Thank you for asking, though, Boz. Let's see. Scrolling down, Climatic with a $20 super chat. Congrats on 100K. A little bit off topic, but is Profondo Lights available in bottles greater than 75 ml? I couldn't confirm with searches. I don't think it can. I think the flankers, the limited flankers, only come in 75 ml. If I'm not mistaken, I don't remember exactly, but I think so. Like Profondo comes in a variety of sizes, but I think Profondo Lights only came in 75 ml. Same thing with Absolute. Absolute Instinct, I think, only came in a 75. So I think that's the case. And I would assume the next one we get in the line is going to be one of those flankers because they seem to do it every other release because we got Parfum this last time, which is basically a fresh reformulation of Profumo. So I'm curious as to what's going to be next. I would think really realistically they would have to do another one of those flankers like an Absolute, a Profondo, or something like that to where do another one that's a different name so the follow-up can be the flanker to it. Because I do like that they do that. Like they create a new version of the DNA, a new twist on the DNA, and then they flanker that twist. I kind of like that they do that, the flanker to the flanker. Not everybody does it right, and they see Giorgio Armani, they do pretty good with the Acqua di Gio flankers, I think. I think they do anyways, but thank you for the super chat. Sin of the Night is a new arrival today. Oh, you got the Indigo flanker. Nothing to do with Ancre Noir. It's fresh and nice, but I expected something else, maybe with time. I'm going to try it eventually. Roberto Cavalli Uomo. I haven't worn that one in a long time. Honey and Violet. Beautiful fragrance. So I'm post a picture. Well, we're going to discuss. Yeah, it's from my fragrance. We'll discuss. Take a breath, Adam. Take a breath. That's one of the things we're going to discuss. So I've been knowing this was coming. I don't know the official name of it, but I don't know if they're going to call it Le Beau Elixir or not, but it's a Le Beau flanker. We are getting a Le Beau flanker. That's why I've been hint, winking it. I want a Le Beau flanker for this year because we're getting one. Let's see. Legend Night that lasts longer. One of my favorite scents ever. I don't know what to tell you, man. I get solid performance. It seems like literally every single fragrance somebody tells me doesn't last for them, I'm totally fine with how it performs on me. I have a conversation about performance so many times a week, like it's multiple times a day with regulars such as yourself or complete one-time commenters. It's every day. It's every single day. Because I have an interesting outlook on it because I never not once bought a fragrance expecting it to perform a certain way or hoping it would perform a certain way. And I'm not saying you do. I just always, when performance comes up, I give my stance because I'm looking for an olfactive experience. If it lasts 3 hours, it lasts 3 hours. If it lasts 6, it lasts 6. If it lasts 9, it lasts 9. I wear it accordingly for the situations, depending on how long I'm going to be gone and things like that. So the whole worrying about performance thing is totally foreign to me because I wear everything situationally because I have so many. That's why I'm so seasonal and so situational. So I pick my fragrance accordingly once I figure out how it is on me, what the wearing experience is like, longevity, sillage, all the good stuff. So good to see you, sir. We're in Signature Tobacco. I can't complain. That's a fair point, Boz. That's a fair point, sir. Really hating the original. Really? Why? I love that fragrance. Not yet. We're at the 14-minute mark. We do need to go ahead and dive into it. I was trying to get caught up on the chat, but I'm just so far behind. So I think I found a decent spot. Versace needs to release a new fragrance. So I guess we might as well do that first since it came up. Put it right over me. So iFragrance did release this earlier. It is a new Le Beau flanker. I don't know when the official release date is going to come. I don't even know the official name for it. I don't know if it's going to be Le Beau Elixir, but it is a new Le Beau flanker. I need to reach out to him and ask. I didn't ask him about it. I mean, I could find out if you guys would like. I don't know if he'll respond because he knows I'm live. I tagged him that we're going to be, anytime I'm going to split screen with iFragrance, I tag iFragrance so they'll know. He'll tell me. So I just asked him. I'll wait and see when he responds. I'll leave Instagram open and see. He'll tell me. So we'll talk about it in a little bit, but let's do a split screen. So this is stuff that has been announced that we're going to take a look at first, and then we're going to go to predictions and kind of the wish list on what I would like to see happen with a few of my personal favorites. And of course, I want feedback from you guys, and we'll discuss it a little bit further. Let me get to the beginning of it because I want to talk about this one first, because this is such an interesting fragrance to me. I love the bottle first and foremost. I think that looks incredible, almost like this dark bronze. That looks cool for the signature line. I just think it does. It's more like the metallic bottle where it's smooth and doesn't have the lines in the glass. But I would assume it's pretty much going to be the same. Pink pepper, salt, fir balsam, seaweed, sea notes, agarwood, amber, styrax, musk. So I'm pretty sure it's going to smell just like my 30 ml private blend, because I have the re-release in the private blend. Not the initial release. I got the re-release. So this is technically the third time it's releasing. And it is super situational, guys. There's some people that this is not going to be for them. They are not going to like this fragrance. It's, I think, for an upscale event where it's hot outside, like summertime, outdoor events, and you want to stand out a bit, but you still want that aquatic freshness. This is what I think this fragrance is for. This is what I bought this fragrance for specifically. That's why 30 ml is good with me. Now, since it's coming back in the signature line, I'll probably scoop a 50 ml, because one of the reasons I hardly touch my 30 ml is because I only have 30 ml. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm not going to be in a rush. But I do like that it's coming back, because this is a very unique fragrance, a very unique olfactive experience. And I think one of the best that Tom Ford's ever put out, because it's so unique and so polarizing. It smells like dry rotted wood with salt water. I know that may not sound appealing, but when you smell it and you wear it, it's like, man, this is something special. At least that's how I feel about it. And I know there's others that feel that way also. I think it's just such a really good move for them to bring it back. Now, I did think they were going to bring Tobacco Oud back before this, because Tobacco Oud people are clamoring for. I would love to see that. If they bring Tobacco Oud to the signature line, I'm in. Count me in for a 50 ml. I will definitely grab it. I have smelled Tobacco Oud before. It's very rich, very dark, and I would love to get it. I just don't want to pay private blend, discontinued private blend especially, type of prices. Mikey, good to see you. Now, Nick is just trying to be funny. He's not being serious, because that's purely ludicrous. A fancy drunk. Really? Because it's not boozy. It's tropical. It's not boozy. Well, look at the source. No, I don't think they smell the same. They're in the same vein, you know, but honestly, there's more going on in Carasso Bay. Carasso Bay's got more going on. It's got more of a sunscreen smell. It's got other fruits going on. It's a salty fragrance. It's saltier than French Riviera. I'm going to say maybe 30, 40% as far as the scent profile, but more differences than similarities. Personally, you got to take everything with a grain of salt. Even what I'm saying is just my experience with it. So you definitely can't just go based off of random shit typed on the internet. It's one of those deals where you just got to try it for yourself. Needs a waxing, that's for sure. I have no idea where that's from. LeBeau knows best. Green is the new blue. Gosh, I love Pasha Parfum. Pasha Parfum is a good one, man. I think we need LeBeau Vetiver. I don't know, maybe, because I don't have any notes to work with. There's no official write-up yet on the LeBeau flanker. All we have so far is a picture. This is in the iFragrance stories. I've told you guys 1,000 times, if you're not following iFragrance on Instagram, you're not going to get the breaking story, the breaking posts in the first. They're always first to it. iFragrance is first to let you know what's coming before any of the rest of them. So if for nothing else, you get that from iFragrance, and the owner's pretty good, and the writers are good dudes and everything. It's a good, well-run site, you know. But I'm super excited about this. I don't know, because the juice color is a little darker, so I don't think it's just a special edition bottle of the EDT, because you notice we have like a little patchwork leaf around the crotch. It very well could be LeBeau Vetiver. I think it's probably going to be a greener. Just based on what I'm looking at, I would think it's more herbal green than, I don't think it's going to be the elixir I was hoping for. because I just don't know what the name's going to be yet. I just don't know. Let's go ahead and move along and see if there's any others that are coming. I mean, obviously these. I do want to talk about Born in Roma Green Stravaganza because I haven't even looked at the notes yet. So let me. There we go. So I haven't even looked at the notes yet on that one. I know some of you have already. I just have not. So I want to see what's shaking with that note breakdown. Just type in Born in Roma. Why is it not coming up? Is it just the article so far? I find that hard to believe. Let's go fragrance directory. Valentino. No, then it's just the article so far. Okay. Let's see what we got. I love the way the bottle looks, by the way. I think it looks great. Let's see if we can get some notes here. So that's the women's. And here we go. Bergamot Coffee, Star Anise Vetiver. So that's going to be a little dark. A little bit darker of a green. Coffee, Star Anise, and Vetiver. I don't think it's going to be all that green. I think this has a chance to suck. Just based on these notes, I think it's got a chance to either be remarkable or shit. I don't think there's going to be an in-between. I think this note breakdown alone could be very hit or miss. It's an odd blend. So I think we got a shot at so unique and amazing or complete shit. I don't think there's going to be an in-between. I don't think it's just going to be an okay scent. I could be wrong. This is an assumption based off of just the note breakdown. The bottle looks cool. I mean, I love that bottle, but with the green hue, it does look badass, I think. But what's more important is what's going to happen here in this aroma, obviously. So let's go ahead and switch back. So we're going to talk predictions and things I'd like to see, things you guys would like to see. Let's do that, shall we? So apparently I got behind pretty quickly. So here we go. LeBeau Lime, LeBeau Vetiver. I like the guesses. I do like the guesses. Let me see if he responded. Paradise Garden. Thank you, sir. Talking about it live. It will be on the site tomorrow. Too much to type. I'm letting them know that it'll be on the site tomorrow, sir. Thank you for the information. So there you go. Paradise Garden, LeBeau Paradise Garden. Notes will be on the site tomorrow. That's pretty awesome. So now we know. See, all you have to do is ask. So this is LeBeau Paradise Garden. Interesting, huh? Huh. So clearly it's going to be something a little bit greener is what I'm gathering here. All right. Oh, that was an accident. Let's see if he has anything to add. Thanks, brother. Appreciate your support. Always, my friend. Thank you for the info. I'm telling y'all guys, iFragrance ran by the right people. It's a great site. That's why I support them. So there we go. LeBeau Paradise, LeBeau Key Lime. I like some of the guesses, guys. I really do. So it keeps ticking away, even though I'm at the top. Interesting. So the OG Oud Mineral was a big like for me. So like I said, I have the re-release. This is a third release, the one coming to the signature line. So I think it's very different. It's a very unique fragrance. I haven't smelled anything else like it. What's going on, Randy? Good to see you. Wearing Strong With You absolutely today. I wore a Strong With You Oud a couple of days ago, literally like 2 or 3 days ago, something like that. I think I wore it Friday. Yeah. something like that. So that's a second ago, but I agree. Versace needs a new fragrance. Yeah, we're going to talk about that here in a second too. Volcanus, the king of the super chat, has arrived. Pleasure to see you, sir. He gave me a super thanks earlier today as well, or might have been last night. It was either last night or this morning. Wearing Royal Oud, sir. You are killing the game as per usual. Your collection seems to be impeccable. The more you show me scents of the day, the more I know you have one tough ass collection on your wardrobe. So thank you for the super chat as always, my man. Smells like a drawer with some weird stuff. Lies. No, you're not. Nice try though. So I'm super happy we're getting a LeBeau flanker, and I will buy it for retail. That's another one of those fragrances that I don't give a shit. I'm gonna buy it for retail, like the Spice Bomb flankers and all that good stuff. So I don't have to wait. I know I'm gonna love it. It's one of my favorite DNAs. It's my favorite Jean Paul Gaultier DNA. I like LeBeau's DNA more than Lamal's. So I'm here for it. It's gonna be just like with Spice Bomb. Every time they drop one, as soon as I can get in the US, I'm gonna get it. Needing a waxing. Oh, okay, vegetation's out of control. I got you. Thanks for elaborating a little further. It kind of is. Long Dong Silver. Gotta love the profile. I have a feeling we're going to see more green fragrances. Maybe a different twist. Maybe not just based around vetiver. Typically, the green fragrances go around the vetiver. No, iFragrance has the worst searchable site in existence. There are notes. Let's see. The new Born in Roma is kind of my jam, but Different Brian's site isn't that much better for searching iFragrance, and those are basically the only two places to track stuff, i.e. new stuff that's still on the horizon. So that's the thing. I like my green fragrances, the Star Anise and Coffee with Vetiver and Bergamot. It's an interesting breakdown because, like I said before, I think it's got a shot at being total shit or just remarkably unique and just going to be such a hit, like a darling in the online fragrance community. There's a shot at it going either way here. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a big Mugler guy, though. So that's like not on my wish list or things I'd like to see. Chanel. So I definitely want something from Chanel. They got to give us something, guys. Let's talk about that because a bunch of us would love to see Bleu de Chanel Elixir. I don't think that's going to happen. If it does, they're keeping that close to the vest. But anything, just give me anything. Hermes started a new DNA recently in the last few years with the H24. Quite a fan of that. I can't wait to see what the third fragrance is going to be in that line because the Eau de Parfum was a welcomed inclusion and really flankered pretty well off of the Eau de Toilette, stayed true to the DNA and evolved the DNA, made it heavier, a little bit more earthy, some oak moss and stuff like that. So maybe we get a Parfum, maybe we get some night version or something. I don't know. Maybe we get a fresher version. I don't know, but I'm sure we'll get something else in the Hermes H24 line. And I'm here for that. I think they'll end up with 5 or 6 flankers in that line when it's all said and done. And I have a feeling they're all going to be pretty good. If you like the base DNA, I think you'll like them all kind of thing. Basically how it is with Terre de Hermes. Pretty much if you like one, you kind of like them all for the most part. And I think Chanel needs to do something. I don't think we're going to get anything in the Allure Homme line. I think it's a long shot for a new Bleu de Chanel. But I think it's time for them to start something new because 2018 was the last Bleu de Chanel. That's when the Parfum came out. It was 2018. So we're moving into year 6 that the last Bleu de Chanel concentration came around. And they don't like to do trends. They set trends, not follow trends. So I don't know. I need something from them. Obviously, Tom Ford, since the buyout, they've been popping out fragrances, and it seems to be like they're doing a pretty good job for the most part. Still holding out hope for Ombre Leather Eau de Toilette. That was rumored all year long. Still haven't seen anything about it. I'd like to see that. There's also lavender tea and what looked like neroli. But I said the same. It's going to be great or terrible. Yeah, I'm sure there is more notes to it than that. But yeah, it looks like. He's talking about the Born in Roma flanker, by the way, the green one, Green Stravaganza. What a name. I kind of like the name. But it's going to be one of those fragrances that's going to be a total hit or a total miss. It's either going to get shit on or praised. I really don't think there's going to be a lot of in between. Oud Wood flanker. I'd be open to that. I would be open to that. I think people would be very receptive of it. You know, I think so. Even greener than the last LeBeau. That can work with the right ingredients. Well, honestly, LeBeau's not super green. Like LeBeau Le Parfum is definitely greener than the Eau de Toilette because of that inclusion of cypress. The cypress really stands out. But I have a feeling this is going to be a little bit more of an earthy tone since it's Paradise Garden. Like I'm thinking a little more emphasis on florals and maybe earthiness to mix with the coconut, because I'm sure the coconut's not going anywhere. Paradise Garden. What an interesting name. And I really like how they did the leaf, how it actually looks like a textured, multicolored patch. I have a feeling like it's like a glued on patch of embroidery, which I think will be a great touch instead of the gold, leaf. I kind of like that. So I'm interested to see where they go. Obviously, they could really let me down here, but I have a feeling I'm going to like it. If it's based around, it's just twisting the DNA, I'm bound to like it because I love the DNA. Actually been getting the new releases from Facebook lately, and they've been popping up before iFragrance, shockingly. 10-4. Let's see. Really hoping New Valentino goes the route of Dior Eau Noir with the notes and color. So I've never tried that one. It very well could. I'm just not familiar with the fragrance you speak of. It was a blue year. 2024 will be a green year. I'm for it. I like my green fragrances, so you won't hear me complaining. Modern take on Platinum Egoiste, even a new Bleu de Chanel. That's what I'd really love to see. I think Bleu de Chanel Elixir would put all the elixirs to shame. I do. I really do. And maybe it's just a bias because I think Bleu de Chanel Parfum is the best blue fragrance. Again, that's a personal thing. There's others that feel that way, but again, it's just a taste thing. Not everybody's. Some people can't stand the Parfum and they're EDP guys. I get it. Some people don't like Bleu de Chanel at all. But I think if they were to do an elixir, it would be magical. I think they would do it right. But they got to want to do it, Niche needs to find a new identity that isn't copy Ganymede or make designer vanillas. That has been a lot of that going on. And I'm bored of mango. That's been going on. Pistachio, I think all of them are either feminine gourmands or synthetic. What would you like to see the trend go for the more popular niches? Because that's kind of, you pretty much named all of the trends they've been going after. So, because the tobacco trend's done to death. Incense is in almost everything now. Woody aromatic is generic at this stage. Everybody's got their coffee fragrance. Like, what could it be next? What is the next thing to tap into that's slightly unique and maybe something somebody can make their own to where everything that comes after it's like, oh, you were copying that fragrance. It's like, who's going to be the next one to make that hit that everybody's copying? So I wonder what that could be, right? It's hard to really, when you think about it, it's like, what hasn't been done that would smell good? Because there's a bunch of things that haven't been done. They just might not smell good. No, goof around. I knew you weren't serious. Rouge de Chanel for men. Maybe a 14th cool water flanker. Well, you're going to get that. You will get a cool water flanker. No doubt about that. As soon as I saw the new Scandal Absolute that LeBeau was coming soon. I didn't know you did predictions. I thought I was the first one to do it. Well, kudos to you for beating me to it, Randy. I had no idea you did it. If they bring back Mugler, it has to be better sprayers. Yeah, their atomizers sucked. A new CH Bad Boy flanker. We need an Aqua de Jo elixir once Armani discontinues Profondo. They need to quit playing with that line. We very well could get an elixir from them. That could be the next flanker because they didn't jump on the trend yet. We might end up with a code elixir as well. That could be the elixir that they put out. You never know, because I know we have that Scandal flanker coming, like Randy mentioned, which I have a feeling might be the best one because I like the Jean-Paul Gaultier Scandal fragrances are good, but not so good that I'm like, got to get bottles. Whereas now the main thing I want to talk about that I've mentioned before is which of the three do you think we'll get in the Spice Bomb line? Because I really think it's going to be one of the three. We're getting either. This is obviously speculation and just what I think. Spice Bomb Parfum, Spice Bomb Elixir, or a blue flanker. It might not be called Spice Bomb Blue, but it will be a blue fragrance. It's going to be one of those three, and I think the more likely is a Parfum or an Elixir. And I think it's going to be I think if they were to stay true to the original Spice Bomb and really not tweak it much and crank it up to a Parfum concentration, I think it'd be a massive hit. Whereas if they do an elixir, obviously they're going to make it a darker fragrance. I think making a more resinous without smelling like infrared, like you don't have that fire hot spice, that red hot spice. You have a different rich, darker spice I think with certain resins, maybe even a dark patchouli, a nice earthy patchouli, and you bring an elixir. I think that's kind of the route personally that they would have to go to make a spice bomb elixir. But I think it's going to be one of those two if we get one, because they did skip a year. Infrared EDT, then it skipped a year, then we got infrared eau de parfum. So they might skip a year. You never know. No, I typically like the parfum the most in all of them. Like 99% of the time. I've never even tried it. Why what? Like just saying why doesn't clarify what you're asking, because I'm not completely sure. What about ombre leather EDT? Because I heard that rumor at the very beginning of the year, just like Randy did. And we haven't seen anything since. Right around the same time that we heard about Lamal Elixir and stuff like that, that ended up coming to fruition. Polo Oud, like that was during the rumor mill for that, the very beginning of the year, into last year, going into the beginning of this year. Chanel Egoist Elixir, I mean, I'd be up for it, but I don't think we need an elixir in every popular line. I think only certain ones, certain DNAs would benefit from that trend. And I think Bleu de Chanel is the one, as far as Chanel's lines, that would benefit from an elixir that would be a great hit for them. And then like Spice Bomb, I think that's obvious. Acqua di Gio, with Giorgio Armani, they're going to fight. They're going to do one of their lines like that. Like Strong With You Tobacco coming, I think I'm so glad they're doing that instead of Strong With You Elixir. I'm not saying we won't inevitably get an elixir, but Strong With You Tobacco, doesn't that just hearing that name sound incredible? Like there's a real good chance that it's the best one. It's a real good chance it's better than Absolutely. That DNA with a prominent earthy tobacco, not just rich, moist, sweet. Just give me some earthiness. Give me kind of the tobacco that I get here in Stronger With You. I'm a B1 happy camper. I will gladly give it its praise as the best one in the line. That's the kind of tobacco I'm hoping for. In Strong, I haven't tried it yet, and I don't want to know nobody's opinion. I'm sure Randy will get it before me. Randy, I don't know. I don't want to hear a word. I don't want to know what you think, because I'm definitely going to get it, and I want to go into it totally blind so I can be either utterly surprised or extremely happy with the expectation being met or exceeded. So that's where I'm at with that. Yeah, the coconut's staying. The coconut's staying in the LeBeau DNA for sure. Before they drop a sex trifecta with vanilla, chocolate, and caramel. Yeah, vanilla sex and caramel sex. Doesn't that sound? I think all of them sound good. Like I saw the notes for vanilla sex, and it, like the combination of this new vanilla note and vanilla absolute and all that, it's probably amazing. That's definitely one I want to try. And if they do chocolate and caramel, if I got to pick one, it's going to be caramel. I love caramel. I love caramel when it's prominent in a fragrance. I mean, here you go. Speaking of another caramel fragrance right here, weird caramel fragrances right there, but I love them. I'm here for it. If Tom Ford does caramel sex, wow, I bet that's going to be amazing. That one I'd want to try more than the others. New Dior line with MFK. There's supposed to be a Sauvage flanker that's been rumored for a while that Kirk John was working on, but of course they have to let him do a new line. So I've been anticipating that. I'm not surprised. They got to let him make it his own. Would do something fresh, you know. Now the Acqua di Gio Absolute is discontinued. Maybe Absolute Parfum. Ooh. Code Absolute Elixir. I think if nothing else, I think Code Elixir straight up. I don't think it would be a Code Flanker Elixir. I think it would just be a Code Elixir. Obviously an elixir is a flanker, but you know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. Like not the Absolute Elixir or like a Colonia Elixir, even though they wouldn't do that. Just throwing examples. I think we do. I think there's a better chance at Code Elixir than any other elixir from Armani. I think that's our best bet. That might be the code that we get this year. And I'm sure it'll be phenomenal. Because imagine them richening up that tonka bean, that specific tonka bean smell they have even more. I think if they can make an immensely spicier code, I think that would be what I would like to see with Code Elixir. But who knows? Myself flanker, I totally see that. Open road flanker, totally see that. Plum Japonaise come back. Well, so I'm sure that'll end up in the signature line, but I know you've heard the tobacco oud rumor as well for a while now, just like I have. I would love tobacco oud in the signature line. Count me in. I said it earlier. Count me in if and when that comes to fruition. And I would definitely want to check out that in the signature line. I've actually never smelled the original. I've smelled clones. But yeah, I'm with you on most of that. Absolutely with you on most of that, Randy. I still want to check that one out too. That's kind of weird, but it might work. If that's the case, it might work. Blue Chanel Elixir, even better. New Men Chanel next. I think it'll be more of a if and when we do get something from them, which we were supposed to get something late this year. So let's call it 2024. I would say it's going to be a new DNA, a new fragrance line, especially with Kirk John doing a new line with Dior, like Randy was just talking about. Yeah, I was totally expecting that too. I could see, because that's who Chanel's biggest competition is Dior. It's Dior and Chanel. That's the ones that butt heads for market share. So I could totally see it being a new fragrance instead of Blue Day Chanel Elixir, unfortunately. Pretty sure I Fragrance is limited by embargoes. He doesn't post if the brands give him. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he can't piss the brands off. He's got to get the blessing most of the time. Yeah. Oud Wood Parfum. I heard that rumor. I did hear that rumor, and I would totally be on board for that. I think it would be better than Oud Wood Intense and Oud Wood. Because the reason I like the parfums is when they richen them up, when they richen the DNA up. I don't need them to be loud. I like the aromas to be dense, thick. Wanted by Night Parfum, now that they discontinued Most Wanted by Night. Dylan, Blue Parfum would be amazing. I would like to see a Versace Pour Homme flanker. I've said this one a few times. I think not a Dylan Blue flanker, not an Oud Noir. Like, I'd be cool with Dylan Blue Parfum, don't get me wrong. But I mean like a flanker of Pour Homme, a concentration flanker. Give me Versace Pour Homme Eau de Parfum. Give me that. Because I don't think they jump straight to a parfum. But give me Versace Pour Homme EDP. How have they never done that? They did it with Eros. You got 3 concentrations and a different flanker, a twist flanker, out of Eros. Why the hell not? Versace Pour Homme's crazy popular. They've made other flankers to it, but not direct concentration flankers. I would love that. Boss Bottled Flanker, throwback to the Intense, and Explorer Green. I think Explorer Green's actually, I think, did I see something about that? Maybe I'm tripping and my mind's playing tricks on me, but I want to say I might have seen something about that. Oh, that would be incredible. I don't think we're going to get it, but that would be amazing. Akigali Wood is going to be the note of a lot of perfumes we'll be using in the future. It's been sporadic as of late. Divana's kind of been the recent darling, that sweet fruity note. It's been in a lot of perfumes lately in the last year and a half, a lot of Divana fragrances. From niche and designer. They've been using that note a lot. Akigala Wood makes sense though, because it is a strange synthetic note. It sometimes comes across a little leathery even. I've noticed, like in Mont Blanc Explorer, for example. Entirely New Men Chanel would be hype. I think that's what we're going to, if and when, it's going to be that. It's going to be something new from them. I don't think they're going to put another flanker out, because they've been so quiet for years now. Totally agree. Green Extravaganza, Margiela from the Gardens, and now LeBeau. That very well could be the case. That could be this year's trend, is green flankers. Because not all the popular lines have a green flanker. Some do, but a lot don't. With Spice Bomb, I don't see that happening because they have 2 bottles that have green already. They're based around pistachio and nutty notes and green spices and things like Night Vision and Night Vision EDP. So because they have those green bottles, I don't think we have to worry about that in the Spice Bomb line. Might have kicked off a new realm of niche copycats, tropical fruity leathers. I suspect those already existed, but it was very successful from Crivelli. Shout out to Maison Crivelli. Beautiful. Ombre Chromatique. That's, speaking of Divana, that's got a prominent Divana note. Want a new line from Prada or maybe another Givenchy? So I want a new line from Prada too, because I'm done with the Luna Rossa line. I don't need any more flankers. I think they've done all they can do, because Luna Rossa Ocean EDP smells nothing like Prada Luna Rossa to me. And even the EDT is a pretty good departure. And they also named both of those flankers Ocean, and they're not aquatic. So Prada, come on, it's time. Let's switch it up. You've milked the Luna Rossa name. You're a glorified YSL line now. You've milked the name. Okay, what is this? Lanois Delhomme, Prada Luna Rossa, same thing at this point. Not same DNA, but they're doing the same thing. It's time for something new, Prada. I'm with JMN right here. Prada, we need something new. Just like Chanel's probably going to do something new. Prada, we need something new. For sure. They haven't done it yet. I was surprised we got 2 1 million flankers this year. 2. They were both really good. 2 Royal didn't get enough love. I am not at liberty to say what is going to be coming this summer. Just know that there is something that is done, is amazing. And yeah, there will be something specific for the season that will be very well received. That I can say. I think Tiger copycats will continue in 2024. Also, Goldfield and Banks was good. The Kajal one was meh. Seeing like Masa? I like Masa. I have 3 and 4 coming. Excited to check those out. I think you meant marine scent, but there's been a blue in the works for a long time. I'd be down for that. I really think they might do a parfum first. I really do. That's what my gut feeling is. I think we get Spice Bomb Parfum before we get Spice Bomb Elixir. But if they want to stick to the trend while it's hot, it would be Spice Bomb Elixir. Fair. Even the desserts. Green Dish Chanel coming soon. I doubt that. Imagine Spice Bomb with oud. Ooh. Because I don't think they'd use the super synthetic type, like the Boss Bottled Oud kind of synthetic. I don't think they would go that far with it as far as just cheap. If they did it right, if they use kind of the oud smell that you get in Strong With You Oud or 1 Million Golden Oud, if they used that with Spice Bomb, I think it would be great. Green coffee scent made by Francis Kirkjohn. Odd notes that work well. I don't think we'll see that. I think the next time we get a fresh Spice Bomb, it's going to be that blue flanker I've been talking about. I don't think it'll be called blue, but it'll be a blue flanker of some sort. You never know. There's nothing in the works. I don't want anybody to think there's speculation. There's nothing in the works, but you never know. It's the never say never type of thing. But yeah, we're coming to a close on Zed Creators too. So if you haven't sampled yet, and I even put it in the banner that's been scrolling for the last few streams. We're probably lucky if we make it to beginning of January with the stock that's remaining. So if you haven't sampled yet, I would encourage you, because pretty soon it's going to be only way to get them is eBay prices, and you know how that is. That's crazy. So if you haven't sampled them, any of the 3, I would strongly encourage doing so. A cardamom bomb. I can tell you that's not in the works. I can say that's not in the works. But George is always open to suggestions. So next time you see him on a stream or something, definitely let him know. I would love a Dylan Blue or Versace Porno flanker. I think the next thing from Versace will be Eros Elixir. I wouldn't be surprised. I'd be a little disappointed because there's other things they could flanker, because they always flanker Eros, it seems. That's the only one they seem to consistently flanker. The Versace Porno DNA is so good, I think it deserves a concentration flanker. Obviously, that's just me as one person saying that's what I'd like to see. It's not up to me, but that's what I'd like to see. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't fully get the context because it was so short. Fresher, because it's going to be fresh. So when Tom Ford does their Eau de Toilette flankers, they're always mega fresh. Like they really lighten up the profile to the fragrance and kind of redo the formula. Because like my favorite Costa Azura is Aqua, which is the Eau de Toilette. It's really good. Sole Depositano Aqua is gorgeous and fresh. If you've never tried any of their EDTs, people are going to bitch and gripe about performance with those. Just be wary of that. They're like 4-hour fragrance, 4 to 5 hours for pretty much all of them for me. Some people will say less, whatever. I get 4 to 5 hours on all of them. I got a bunch of their eau de toilettes, and their eau de toilettes are banging. I really like them. So if I could get ombre leather eau de toilette, I'm here for it. I would totally get a bottle. I would probably blind buy it. Let me rephrase that. I would blind buy it because I love the other two concentrations. They usually do EDPs first. They always start with EDP. That's kind of been the way Tom Ford's always operated. So I'm here for it. Yeah, we were talking about it. You're just late to the stream, my man. We've been talking about it. Oh, damn, it skipped me ahead when I did that. Like a lot. Where the hell was I? Okay, here we go. That's where I was. Caramel done in the same way as Scandal for Men. Got intense red tobacco in today. Not sure how I feel about it yet. Verdict is out. It's not as intense as you thought, huh? It's a different take, though. It's not as sweet. Definitely not near as sweet. Hope y'all doing well. We're in Gambit for Mind Games. That was a good one. I got that in part of my Discovery set. I really don't know with them. It was such a generic fragrance. For them, I think it was a little too generic of a move. It's nice. It's a nice fragrance. I don't dislike the fragrance. I just don't feel like I have to have it. I got the decant. Thank God I got a decant first. It's nice. 7 out of 10 kind of stuff. It's very good fragrance. It's just not crazy good for the money. And I think they could have did better, but to each their own, because they have some great stuff they've come out with over the years. And then they have some stuff that's glorified designers, and that's basically what that is. And some of their glorified designers are amazing, like Percival. It's amazing. But I don't know. I'll get Altair eventually. I'm just not in a hurry because it doesn't move me to the point of like, I have to have this now so I can wear it 2 times and put it on my shelf. Because that's pretty much what happens with my fragrances. And then I'll go back to it at some point. Unless I'm working on a review. That's kind of how it goes. So I don't know. I'd be curious to see what they're going to do. I think we would probably get an exclusive to something. Something I'd like to see that I don't think we'd get is Cologne exclusive, but I don't think that's going to happen. But Herod could go for an exclusive, right? I think that'd be pretty well received if they did a Herod exclusive. I think that's the reasonable route to go for them. Cartier Santos Parfum would be nice. Nod to the classic. Just got here. Boss de Saint Le Parfum. Excellent choice. Fruit Sweet Iris. I mean, of course I would. I would love to see how that comes out because ATH Ohm is so phenomenal. Oud Lemon, Intense Lemon Mint. It is one of their most popular fragrances, and they seem to be doing that treatment to their most popular ones. I could totally see that being the next one. Because I know it's not just the online community that fragrance is so popular. So I could see that getting the intense treatment next. That makes sense. Yeah, we're totally going to get a green flanker for that. Yeah, that's definitely next. Yomi Defied on the way. OG Yomi Monkey Decals New Skulls, assuming it's a second collab with Tony Yomi that isn't like to Monkey Special. Noted. I'm also expecting Initio to drop again in 2024, as last Initio was Paragon in 2022. It was a moderator chosen topic for moderator month, so I can't take credit. Hey, it's all good. I'm not mad about it, man. I had no idea you'd beat me to it. When I was deciding what am I going to do tomorrow, because I set this up yesterday, I was like, let's go with 2024 predictions and things I'd like to see and some of the new stuff that got announced. Let's talk about that. Let's do a split screen and talk about that. And yeah, lo and behold, you beat me to it. Seems like we got similar ideas in mind, though, for the most part. Supposedly a little bit closer to Oud Wood Intense. Yeah, I think it'll be richer, though. Oud Wood Intense was pretty stout, but I think the Parfum will be smoother. To an Alexandria 2 anniversary, likely most anticipated going in 2024. I was anticipating Hachivat Oud and Jubilation 40. Both underwhelmed me. See, I haven't tried Jubilation yet. I know it's making its rounds right now. I haven't tried it. Yeah, I would love a concentration of Versace Pour Homme. Let's do a concentration flanker Versace. Why the hell not? It's going to be a hit. They're definitely going to drop another wanted flanker. I wouldn't be surprised for that either. I wouldn't be surprised either because the most wanted twist has been their most popular. Yeah, no doubt about that. We're going to get a new line from Dior. Eros Flame Flanker would be interesting. I think if they do something for Eros, it would make more sense to be a Flame Flanker. Because, I mean, I don't want Eros Elixir. Let me rephrase that. I don't need Eros Elixir. I think we'd be better with like Flame Parfum or Flame Elixir. Let's do that. If we're going to do Eros, let's let it be the Flame Flanker get flankered. Flanker to the flanker. But I'd really like to see, if nothing else, let's do something else, Versace. Let's not do Eros, please. Hell, I'll take Dylan Blue Parfum, like Randy mentioned earlier. I'll take that. Let me get that over another Eros. Because there's not much of a difference among the Eroses until you get to Flame. That's where the twist really happens. Because really with the first three, EDT, EDP, and Parfum, you just kind of reformulate it and rebalance everything and shift the accords, the way the bass comes out and stuff like that. That's really all you're getting there. Whereas I don't think they can really do a whole lot more. Sure, an elixir would smell good, but I don't think we need it. I think Versace Pour Homme or worst case scenario, Dylan Blue needs a flanker. Versace needs to do something. That could very well happen because we have Intense, we have Eau de Parfum, we have Marine recently. I could see that happening. Very fair. Eros Blue Flame. It's actually not a bad idea. A new flanker, since you got Eros Flame, go with Blue Flame. Kind of like that. So let me scroll down, I'm pretty far behind. Wasn't that the name of the Photoshop one that Nathan did last year? Because he did a Photoshop edit of a Spice Bomb Blue, and I want to say it was Spice Bomb Sapphire. But I'm not surprised if we do get a blue. I told you guys I'm totally taking credit if that's what we get next, because I preached all year about it. And I did work with the PR firm that represents Victor and Rolf, and I was pushing about Spice Bomb Blue. So I told y'all I'm taking credit if that shit happens. Because I'm not saying I'm totally responsible, but I'd like to take a little percentage of credit for that. So, green L'Homme Ideal Flanker, Platine Privé is fantastic, but not green. Citrine Intense, that is not what it's going to be, sir. Masa was trash. Ohm 3's the Tygar clone. Ooh, I'm excited now if it smells like Tygar. I want to see what it's like because Kajal's got some good quality. So, Masa was not trash. You just don't like it. So I hate when people say something's trash because you just don't like it. Just say you don't like it. It's not trash. Trash means nobody likes it. And that's not the case. Don't know what to tell you, my man. They already discontinued their green flanker, so I doubt they did it for Cologne Platine Privé. So who knows? Sweet amber type of fragrance, but... So I love how you keep letting me know what they smell like, since you know I like to go into these blind, but I appreciate that, Divine. Thanks, asshole. I greatly appreciate you just constantly telling me what these fragrances I have coming in smell like, knowing I want to be blind. I love you, but I'm still calling you an ass right now because you're totally ruining these fragrances for me. Now I have expectation. One smells like Tygar and another one's a sweet amber. So thanks for that. I've successfully dodged note breakdowns and opinions until your pinned comments. So this is what I get, but I would have still read it because I was going to say this is what I get for not reading them before I pin them, but I still would have read it. So damn it. I still love you, Divine, but you've been around this channel for years, man. You know I like to be blind on those things. Unless we do anticipation stuff like this. But yeah, that's stuff I was successfully totally blind on until your comments. I'm not mad at you. It's just like, son of a bitch, why'd I pin his comments? Like I could have avoided it if I'd have just glanced and saw it and kept going. I could have avoided it. So shame on me. It's not you. It's more me. Because I could have avoided those comments. 1 million Emerald. That kind of makes sense. That would be cool. I mean, I would be cool with that. I think Gary's Den is basically a one-note makeup iris, some background leather, no amber like Dior Homme Parfum. So it's not dark and animalic. It's spicier, though. Name it Spice Bomb Ultraviolet or have a blue fragrance with violet in it. Ooh. I like these ideas, Randy. I like these ideas. So just got my bottle of the Immortals today with Coco Loco. I missed out on the Triple X. More fragrances from Dominique Ropion. That man knows what's good. Hey, folks, wearing Dior Homme Original. Pop Smurf, good to see you. Reminds me of hot cocoa. Spice Bomb with iris and cardamom would be badass. Honestly, I don't want to see iris and Spice Bomb. I really don't. I have so many. There's so many iris fragrances out there at this point. That's been a trend in itself that I honestly don't want to see Spice Bomb go that route. I'm not saying I wouldn't enjoy it. It'd probably be amazing. But there's so many other things they could still do with that I don't think they need to go that route. Fair. Just thought Zaharoff would make an awesome leather fragrance in a wanted line. I mean, I could see it being pretty good. As long as they stay somewhat true to the DNA and don't get too far off the beaten path. More oud. Started playing with the rotation on Sundays. Got tired of standing in my closet for 5 minutes trying to figure out what to wear. That's why I keep this little like pile of fragrances right here and try my best to pick from them. Doesn't always happen. But it's nice to have a little like starting point, I guess, instead of just the wall full. Creed Royal Water. Excellent choice. I'd be shocked if we get a Cologne flanker. I don't think that's going to happen. It's not popular enough. I feel like I'm the only person that likes it. Besides Terrence. He and I and you, Nick, and we're the three that like it. Well, we got a Society Extreme. That one got recently announced. So we got a Society flanker coming. Today's scent choice was Tony Iommi. Shit's so damn good. Tobacco Vanille Extreme. You heard it here first, folks. Spice Bomb will shock Fragcom. Do a yellow bottle banana scented flanker. You know, I can't rule things like that out. I just can't. They very well could. New line makes sense. Spice Bomb Ultraviolet sounds like the naming convention they use for a blue release. Could be Mod sent me a blue bottle version that was greatly edited in sapphire. So yeah, so Nathan did one. I think it's on his Instagram page still. It's from a while ago. Let me look real quick. I have Instagram still pulled up. Because he doesn't post that much on here. So Stealth, I'm sorry. It was Stealth was the one he edited. Look how cool that looks, though. So it wasn't Sapphire, my bad. But yeah, he did that July 31st, 2022. That's how long ago he did that. Nathan's good at that kind of stuff. I mean, that's what he does. I'm just busting you balls. It was in the moment. It's more on me because it's like I totally could have glanced and skipped, but I was reading them and I'm like, oh, shit. Like, I'm actually excited that 3 smells like Tigar, but I wanted to stumble across that because, like, most of the time, like most of these fragrances, I try to go into blind unless it's like new release stuff where we specifically do one of these live streams. But I would say like 80% of the fragrances I get, I'm pretty much completely blind going into them. Oh yeah, don't sweat it, guys. I was just giving him a hard time. I'll take the blame on it. So I give Divine a hard time because I know he can take it because he's very opinionated. So that's why I was saying, man, I had to twist it around and be like, man, it's more me. I'm just giving you a hard time because that's what it is. But at the same time, it's like, man, you've been around here for years. Years you've been hanging with me. I know you know me better than that. So that's why I was just giving you a hard time. It's no sweat, man. The people that are around the most, that's who I pick with the most. I would like to think those of you that have been around a long time know that by now. So yeah, no sweat, man. It is what it is. Now I have expectation though. Sweet Ambery for 4 and Tigar Clone for 3. So have a feeling they're going to be my kind of shit though, based on you saying that. Pretty excited about Ohm 3. Even if Divine don't like Scirocco, not change my mind on that. I'll love it to each his own. Yeah, for sure. He's very strong opinions. He's got very strong. That's what I call him my resident niche snob because boy, he knows his niche shit. He does. He really does. How about Spice Bomb Black, a dark vanilla with spice? We have that. It's called Extreme. It's pretty much that. It's vanilla with tobacco and spice. That's pretty much what Spice Bomb Extreme is. Like a smoke grenade. Now, I would like a smoke heavy, which, I mean, this has a pretty good smoky accord to it. Infrared Eau de Parfum's got a pretty good smoky accord to it. So I don't know. Most of the time, I'm looking for something a little different, but still spicy. Like, don't twist it completely, but give me something different. Something prepped to replace it. Yeah, I love cologne. So there's a few. Okay, there's a few of you that enjoy cologne in here. It's nice to see some like-minded individuals. Cologne's good, man. I don't think it deserves the flack it gets online. Yes to a banana scent. There we go. Looking for a warm weather fragrance with mango in it. Bonnie versus Jasada Ambassador. So Bonnie's the better fragrance. It's mango papaya. It is a niche scent, quality oils. It doesn't have the loads of synthetics like Ambassador. Ambassador smells like Sauvage EDT with mango. It's that peppered shower gel smell, but instead of a heavy mango. It's great. It was in today's video, one of my 20 favorite pickups of the year. But when we're comparing it to Bonnie, I mean, Bonnie wasn't in the 20 favorite pickups of the year. It was all stuff I bought. So anything that was sent to me was not included in there. I stated it in the intro. Bonnie was sent to me. Bonnie's a better fragrance. Hands down, a better fragrance. Opinions went. Yeah, it's not even comparable. It's really not. Like, it's shower gel with mango versus mango papaya seed. Like, it smells like papaya seeds more so. Very beautiful, rich, juicy, photorealistic quality. Way better. Way, way better. Tropical Spice Bomb is crazy with banana leaf accord. Haha. I mean, I'm down for any spice bomb they're going to drop, honestly. I'll buy it blindly at full retail from Victor and Rolf's website. I always do. That's my shit. So I'm down for a new Brioni. They've been pretty good about staying consistent on that line. I'm curious on what they would do. I would think we need another dark one because Intense was dark, but not crazy dark. I think we need a much more, like maybe something a bit more resinous, maybe. Because they do have green with Essential. It's not all that earthy. It's more of a fresh green and spice and everything. They could go something more leather-based with a strong leather accord. So companies start making layered fragrances in their own line. So I'm sure some of them are doing that. Let's see. Mr. A Styles, good to see you wearing Leighton. Oh, forgot about L'Homme Ideal Cool. Yeah, it smells like a mint ice cream, the green mint ice cream. That's what I've always looked at it. Which part? I don't know. Me busting Divine's balls? I don't know. Strawberry Daiquiri likes scent. Ross, I believe you like to test your nose. The excitement of guessing for you, my favorite part of all your reviews. That's my favorite part of my reviews too, is I like to test myself. That's the best advice I can give anyone. Try to go in completely blind. Try to figure out what you think you're smelling, relatability to things you've smelled in the past, and then cross-reference with what the brand's actually telling you is in the fragrance. Sometimes I'm wildly off. Sometimes I'm convinced it still smells like that the way these notes are making this accord. Or sometimes I get, pat on the back like, holy shit, totally nailed that, Now I've gotten better at holy shit, totally nailed that over the years, but that's come with smelling thousands and thousands and thousands of fragrances at this point. And by no means am I some aficionado or expert. I'm still just an enthusiast. I still just love this stuff, man. That's all it comes down to. I get excited to smell new fragrances. Even if it's a DNA I've smelled before, I like when I recognize the familiarity and can point out what it is. It's just fun for me. It's endless fun for me. I'll never get tired of this. I've been into fragrances since I was a little kid. So it's going to be till I die. Till I either lose my sense of smell or die. One of the two. Ooh, absinthe. That'll turn Randy off real fast. Randy hates absinthe. That's why he doesn't like Polo Red Parfum. Even though I got a bad bottle. Oof. Blue Noir Elixir. That would be cool. So we got a few fans of cologne here. Let me try cologne. What does it smell like? So you ever smelled a red rubber ball? Now squirt orange on it and sprinkle black pepper. I know that's weird, but that's what it smells like to me. It's blood orange and pepper. So it's a spicy, zesty orange smell. And it's got this weird red rubber ball smell. Even though the bottle's red, it's fitting. If you've ever smelled those, almost like a racquetball. It doesn't even have to be red, like a blue racquetball, a green racquetball, a rubber ball smell. That with blood orange and pepper. Call me crazy. That's what it's always smelled like to me from the very first spray. Legend found this at Burlington. Loving the hell. It's a solid cheapie. It really is. Recently sampled Bunny, and it smells just like Torino 21. Okay. Haven't smelled Torino 21. I'm not familiar. Pull a Mugler and discontinue the whole. Hey, don't say that. You're going to manifest that shit. Don't say that. That could happen. Don't manifest that, Randy. Don't you do that to me. Oh, my God. God, I hope not. Victor and Rolf, don't you dare. Don't you go ruining something great. I don't think they will. Spice Bomb's popular. The original Spice Bomb's still super popular, so I don't think that'll happen. They'll continue to discontinue the lesser popular flankers over time, but I don't think they're going to do something crazy like that. Montal is no good, but it's hard to order their stuff from me. Who told you Montal is no good? Unfriend them. That's my advice. Unfriend them. If you got somebody hating on Pierre Montal's work, and I mean their work as a whole, maybe not just a fragrance that they don't like, man, there's other people you can be friends with on the internet. Just gonna throw that out there. That would be great, but there is tobacco in Extreme. It's just not super tobacco forward, but it's noticeable. But they would have to really center it around tobacco without sweet. Like if they were to do a named tobacco flanker, I think they got to really kill the sweetness and make it earthy. It could be fruity. It could be a fruity sweet tobacco, but not vanilla. It can't resemble Spice Bomb Extreme. It's got to be a totally different take on tobacco for them. They could do it. They just got to do it right. Look at us all brainstorm. Well, that was the point of this. This is exactly what I wanted. Let's do this together. Let's speculate. This is all speculation. This is all what we'd like to see, what we're hoping to see, things we actually think we'll see, and then some funny shit thrown in between. So strange for someone living in Arizona. Hey, look, it's not that cold over here. It was 50 today, 49, 50. So, I mean, it was cool. Like, I didn't have to wear Lone Ideal Extreme. I could have wore a freshie today if I really wanted to. Like, most of the time, the weather I have over here is nice and crisp. I could wear something heavier. I could wear something fresher. That's pretty much what winter is here. It's like a fall in the Midwest, kind of, 40, 50 degrees. Do get some really cold days. The coldest days haven't come yet. But I've had a few. We've had some cold weather, cold enough, in the 30s. We've had some days. Because a wet cold, 30s is actually pretty damn cold when it's a humid cold like we have here. So I like to wear my heavy stuff. I still wear them, just like I did when I was in South Louisiana, just like I did when I was in Southeast Texas. I'd be up for that. I'm sure we'll get another Y flanker. Tropical Spice Bomb would be a hit. Put some mango in it. I'm tired of too many things get mango. Do something else. Do passion fruit or some shit. Something else. Not lychee. What else? There was another note I was thinking. Guava or something, you know. They could make a tropical spice bomb. I'd be here for it. I would be a beach vacation spice bomb. I would love that. But center it around something beachy and tropical, not just mango, not just pineapple. Think out the box. Guava, palm leaf, like those kinds of notes, those kinds of oils that really give that tropical vibe that aren't super redundant to a bunch of things. That's what I'd like to see if they're going to do that. Kind of make it their own, but still be spicy. That's the thing, is they still got to tie it into some spice, even though it would clearly be a very fresh spice. They still need to tie it into some spice. Banana Daiquiri Tommy Bahama. Hey, you might be on to something here. Because they've been flankering that Maritime line, and Maritime Voyage was coconut milk and starfruit. Made it a little creamy. I could see that being a potential thing. I'm not saying it'll be exactly that, but you're on to something there. Whoops. I mean, that'd be great. A lot of people are hoping for that. Made Invictus Elixir, too sweet. Well, it's based around vanilla. Most of these elixirs are based around vanilla. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I wasn't sure. What's the new one that they've announced? Because I loved Faces of Francis. Is not Oud Affair, huh? Oud Affair was already out, right? I think Oud Affair was already out. I smelled Back to the Roots and not crazy about it. I suspect Sparkling Joe will be feminine, though. So Sparkling Joe is the name of the new one. Albeit Wilhelm has masculine champagne scents already, too. So, yeah, I haven't checked it. I haven't looked into it. I'm assuming it's Sparkling Joe is the one you're talking about. Because I love Faces of Francis. That was my favorite niche release. I love it. I like how strange it is. Hot and full of aldehydes. Hot spice. Metallic. It's weird. It's weird, but it works. I need to hurry up and finish this damn thing. I still got 2 more of these to drink. I got 4 more liters of water to drink today. Yeah, I'm in full effect with my meal plan with my coach. 7 meals a day, 5 to 6 liters of water minimum. I'm waking up at 6 a.m. now just to get all my meals in. For not that anybody cares, but I'm updating you guys. So I need to hurry up and just because I wanted to have one of these, and I'm like right here on it. Finish the damn thing. It is full of EAAs, 2 scoops of EAAs, essential amino acids for those that don't know what the acronym is. I got a lot of water to drink. Spicy. Yeah, it's good stuff. Take infrared, add rum, watermelon, and a citric opening. There's just, you're on to something here, Paul. That would work. That would work too. Brioni Oud Parfum, that'd be great. I would like that. The only thing is, the Intense has that synthetic oud that's similar to Boss Bottled Oud, like they're really synthetic oud. So they kind of already have that with the Intense. So it would be relatively redundant, I would think. So they kind of already did it. So, because at first I was like, oh, that sounds great. Wait a second. They already did that. So, unless you mean twisting it differently. On order this week, and we'll get more into the house. You and George both teased one, which he wore to the gym the other day. That's coming soon. My bottle's here. I got my bottle. Just can't show you guys yet. But it's coming very soon. Very soon. So, and it wasn't he just wore it to the gym the other day. That's all he wears. That's like the main thing he wears. So, on Elixir, yeah, too sweet, too strong. Turn off. Oh, shit. I like it, though. But I like vanilla scents. That's the thing. But vanilla's overdone. It really is. Vanilla's done to death. Yeah, Cologne's fantastic. Now go smell a damn racquetball, and then smell Cologne, and tell me you don't get a resemblance there. Does your gym have a racquetball court? Because they'll have a bucket full of racquetballs, probably. Mine does. My last 3 gyms at the last 3 places I've lived had racquetballs just in a little bucket by the racquetball courts. So, because I do play racquetball sometimes. I've been like 3 weeks since the last time I played, but I like playing racquetball. That's why it's so relatable to me. It's like, that smells like that ball. Shut up, Adam. Not funny. Blockade. Blockade's phenomenal. I love Blockade. Montal largely is no good. I'm saving you money, Boz. Damn you, Divine. So he's a niche snob, so that he doesn't consider that stuff really all that niche. That's why he's saying that. Take what both of us are saying with a grain of salt and just try for yourself. But if it's hard to find, it's not that serious. So I know you said it's hard to get in your area. So it's not really all that serious, but I'm a Pierre Montal fan. I like the value you get from him. Don't put that out in the universe. Yeah, no, I'd rather not. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense that he said that. Yeah. Even Montal's 2023 release, which is their best rated scent ever on Parfumo, is just meh. Like this, yes, and Blessed Baraka, basically. I suspect they wanted to dupe Hedonistic. 10-4. So you got to remember, he's got a very specific taste that is not similar to my own. So, of course, we don't agree on that. So, shout outs to the duck. No shade to the duck, but we have different tastes on fragrances. So I'm not surprised that he feels that way about Montal. Now, look, I don't love every Montal fragrance, but there's certain ones I absolutely love that I have. So teach their own. I'm not surprised Divine's not a fan, though, because I've learned his taste pretty much over the last couple of years. I mean, it would make sense to bring some of the stuff back. That's fair. Good to see you, my man. We're in Dylan Blue. And that's what we were talking about earlier. I'd love to get Darian on a live. I don't know if Sebastian would be down for that. I know he's done one with EQ. I'd love to get Darian on the live, though. Darian's a good dude. I like Darian. We haven't had a bunch of conversations, just random messages over the years here and there. But I mean, it's not like we've had a long conversation or anything, but I'd be open to do that. Same thing with Sebastian. I've met Sebastian, but I mean, it was 2019. It's been a long, long time. I don't know if he would, how open they would be up to doing it, but I'm open to it. Yeah. Look at all us getting our hopes up. That's exactly what this is. This pure speculation is what's going on here. The best congratulations I ended up with. Man, I hate that nobody here is going to get going to get this one, because it was the phone call I got from Justin and Grace. Very heartfelt, very wonderful, true friends of mine. I had got a beautiful phone call from Justin and Grace. That was great. It was the night that I hit 100K, so that was the best. That was the best. Obviously, I had other phone calls, other messages, and stuff from you guys and everything, and I'm appreciative of all of it. All of it. Please don't anyone think anything that anybody else has said is any less special. It's just the things that they had to say, because they know me so well at this point. It was very heartfelt. You could tell it was very heartfelt from them, and I really appreciated it. I really did. It was a beautiful phone call. It was great to hear from them. I knew I'd hear from them. It was just really good. And it was nice to hear Grace, too. I mean, I don't talk to Grace near as much as I talk to Justin, but it was great to hear from both of them for that. So, yeah, very dear friends of mine. Two of my favorite people in the world. So, thank you for asking. No, that's not in the works either. I can kill speculation on certain things for you guys. Like, that's not in the works either. That's not one of the things. It was fun speculating with you. We're going to be shutting it off here in about 7 minutes. We've kind of moved from an hour to an hour and a half for most live streams at this point. So we just get caught up chatting. So we're going to stop it around Spice Bomb Cumin, a.k.a. Mega Fart. Let's say you're not a fan of cumin. Deleted that myself to not step in the same trap twice. What'd you say? I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. So it's definitely over my head. I didn't see anything you deleted. That's funny. Because typically it would still show up even if you deleted it on StreamYard. So I don't know what you deleted. Maybe you got to it quickly. I don't know. Give me a kumquat and passion fruit with some cinnamon and pink pepper. Ooh, I like that idea. Because then it would be tropical without being everything else tropical. Pink pepper would give you a little bit of sweetness. I like that idea, Randy. I hope they're watching. I hope somebody's watching. That'd be great. Blueberry Red Bull. I haven't drank Red Bulls in so long because I avoid the sugar. What about strawberry daiquiri spice bomb? I know, but hear me out. They will never do it. Spice bomb coconut. See, that's a trend thing. Coconut's a trend. This last summer, it was very much a trend. So I don't know. I think we're away from the coconut fragrances. I think they would have did it last year. But you never know. We might get it this year. Boss Bottle Pacific was really good. As far as the designers, that was a really good one. Just give it up. Yeah, there you go. Your beverage can match the logo on your hat. Spice Bomb Coconut. It would be great, I'm sure. Shit. There's a lot. I don't really sell Ghost here. I order P Science from the U.S. still, though. Coach, are you getting into bodybuilding competitions? I'm doing a show on June 1st and another one in November. One in Louisiana and one in Florida. Yep. I'm going into a 16-week prep next month. Doing a last 2 months of doing a bulk because I was cutting. And when I hired my coach, she's like, no, back to building because we're going to do a prep for 4 months. So I dropped 16 pounds in the 4 weeks I was cutting. And I've since put 9 pounds back on, but I haven't gotten fatter because of the meal plan she's got me on. So my coach is an IFBB pro, and she was coach of the year in Louisiana last year. So she gets results. She's who my friends use too. So, which I'm competing with my friends. Those of you that saw the vlog, or maybe you didn't see the vlog that you're asking, because at the end of it, I announced that I was going to do this show because Country challenged me to do it. And I was like, why not? It's a bucket list thing. I always wanted to. So I'm bulking a bit for now, and it's not a certain number of calories. It's just measuring all these worked out meals, but by the gram, all my food's measured. I don't even know my macros. I'm not even bothering tracking macros. I'm just sticking to the plan. And then it's going to greatly change in a few weeks, not a few weeks, in several weeks, like mid-January, roughly. We're going to go ahead and go into a transition into a contest prep for 16 weeks. So next Spice Bomb is Spice Bomb Parfum. No, seriously, that's what I think is going to happen. I don't think they're going to skip Parfum to go to Elixir. I think Spice Bomb Parfum is realistically what we're going to get. So I started a new regimen today. I actually did back and hamstrings today. Like I have a 5-day split now. Like tomorrow's chest and arms, Wednesday's off, legs. Whew, the leg day I got coming. Ooh, I started this new training regimen that she put me on this week. I did yesterday. All I did was cook. I cooked a shitload of ground turkey, 96.4 lean ground beef, a bunch of flank steak and sirloins, and just all kinds of shit. Potatoes, Yukon Golds, and sweet potatoes, jasmine rice. I've I've been doing a lot of meal prepping. Coconut oil, avocados, blueberries, bananas, just everything's gotten real serious. It's gotten real serious now. So. But the volumes change greatly. It's more high quality sets than anything else, like severe to failure, like for real failure and partials and stuff. So yeah, I had my back's already sore, and I trained a couple of hours ago. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way everything's going so far. Cause caffeine. So I go to bed around no later than 12 now, and I get up at 6, get about 6 solid hours. I have a CPAP, so I sleep really well. I get pretty good REM sleep for most of the night. And then to get all these meals, and I got 7 meals to get in. 7. And at least 5 liters of water. It's a lot of intake. This is extracurricular. It's not that I can't have it. It's just it hinders drinking all of this. PB&J fragrance. There you go. Actually, really do know what the bouncy balls in the 90s smell. Oddly enough, I know exactly what you're talking about. Marshall's Post-Polar Association. I'd say, how old is your grandson? And if she tells me he's a little kid, sure, totally fine. Go with this one. This one's really fresh. Or go with the blue one, something like that. Depends on the age, depends on the situation. I'd have follow-up questions. I just ordered it last night. Fragrance Buy has it. I don't know if it's still in stock. Let's see. We'll be shutting this down here in just a second. We're about to hit. Yeah, I still got it. The hell? What just happened? So for the gentleman asking about Polo Oud, here is a link. It is an affiliate link. I do earn a small commission if you happen to use it. If you choose to not to, no big deal. I still love you. The Central Hub, there is a link down in the chat. Polo Oud is in stock currently, $89.67 for the 4.2 ounce bottle from Fragrance Buy. I ordered it last night, part of a 5 fragrance haul. That's fair. That makes sense. Probably the Boss bottled line. Yeah, he's got a specific taste, you know, totally get it. I'm much more mass appealing fragrance guy. That's why I like designers and stuff like that. Yeah, it's been kind of difficult to find. I appreciate that. Hey, big bro. Support from Croatia. Well, I sure appreciate that. Thank you very much. Very generous of you. Good to see you, AJ. We'll be shutting it down here in just a bit. Excellent choice. Yeah, a little bit. I did a vlog the other day, but that was when I switched to push-pull legs. I was doing a 4-day split to get everything in twice a week since I'm doing a short-term bulk, because it's only like a 7 or 8 week bulk that I'm doing right now. Trying to get the most out of it. Add density is really the goal here. And then 5 days a week, I got to burn 200 calories. No treadmill, elliptical, or bike. Did the elliptical today. I did it post-workout because I don't want to go to the gym twice a day, because when we get into prep, on my plan, there's a spot for PM cardio, and it says not at this time. I was like, oh, shit. So 2-a-days are coming at some point to where I'm going to be doing cardio in the morning, cardio in the evening. When we get closer to peak week and everything, like, this process is going to be brutal. Getting ready to get on stage is a brutal process, especially when you're trying to do it right. So, but I'm here for it. I'm excited. It's a bucket list thing. I've always wanted to do it since I was a teenager. And I've been so consistent the last couple of years that I've been getting much more serious in the last 6 months. It was like, why not? Wife's on board. She was like, you should absolutely do it. Why not? So doing all the things I need to do. I have the availability. I have the desire to do so. I have a great support system in place with some friends, some old friends that are still bodybuilding. Hooked me up with the right coach, you know, same coach they use, and she gets results. And yeah, pretty excited about it. So yeah, the TLTG Vlogs channel, what's scrolling across on the bottom right there, the first part's about the subscribe to TLTG Vlogs is scrolling right now. Yep. And then for the actual show, the weekend of prejudging and all that stuff, I'm going to have a vlog video for that. My wife's going to be filming everything with my camcorder for me. So it'll be me with a camera person basically for that whole setup. So it's going to be a very dedicated vlog for that. But randomly throughout the process, I'm going to be doing updates and workouts and chats. And I might do a full day of eating while I'm still bulking, just so you guys can see what I've been eating for those of you that care. But it'll be on the TLTG Vlogs channel. So first week of February, I'm going to be with Chad. He's coming to Florida to go see family, and I'm going to meet him. So I'll be side by side with Chad doing some content. It won't be a live stream. It'll be some recorded videos for both channels. You won't see that because I won't shave my beard. I like facial hair. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's all just measuring to the gram. I'm not focused on tracking macros and calories right now. And I won't be when prep rolls around either. She doesn't go based off of macros and I mean, when she builds the plan, it's based off of macros and grams and all that. But like calorie intake and everything, we don't measure according to that. It's not calories in, calories out. It's very specific. Very specific. Greens, gut health, like all these different supplements, kidney, liver, increase my D3 intake, vitamin D3, all these different. Yeah, it's very involved. Very involved. Coconut oil wasn't too bad. The last meal had 10 grams of coconut oil in it, which is slightly less than a tablespoon of coconut oil, by the way, because it's literally everything's to the gram. Like post-workout was 45 grams of whey isolate and 50 grams of rice checks, which is actually like a bowl full. It was a lot of checks. So that was a nice little snack post-workout. Then I had my meal, which was just 140 grams of jasmine rice and 170 grams of 99% lean turkey, which I always eat the lean turkey anyways, with the 10 grams of coconut oil. Next meal has 200 grams of, I actually mixed it up. It's 100 grams of sweet potato and 100 grams of Yukon Gold potato. with 170 grams of sirloin and 50 grams of avocado is the next meal, which is in 25 minutes. So we need to shut this down in a little bit. I got to eat. And I just finished eating 30 minutes before this live stream. So I'm eating every 2 to 3 hours, depending on. I got to get it all in at a certain point. So yeah, I'm excited for the process. It's just hell to eat all this food. It's very strategic, though. I don't really have a favorite. Back day is probably my favorite day, though. Training back, that's my favorite muscle group. I love training back. I got a very wide back from my frame. And we're just focused on enhancing the thickness of the mid back right now. That's kind of the target with the way the workout's going, like the way the regimen is for the exercises I'm doing. And yeah, that's mainly the thing. We're focusing on adding density, not necessarily building like it's more about adding girth to the muscle at this point instead of new development. It's just a thickening type of thing. Bring out the fullness, I guess, would be a better way to look at it. I got to hire a posing coach soon. Got to work on your posing, you know. So it's a lot of shit going on. I'm excited, though. I'm super excited. Anybody wants to hate on me for it, go fuck yourself. I don't care. Make sure to hate on all my posts and stuff. You know, I think Oud Wood Parfum will be rather safe. I don't think they will go the castoreum route like with Intense. I don't think they will either. I think that's a fair assumption. Come on now. I'm not drinking that much water. I appreciate you, my man. I appreciate you using the link for the support. Yeah, when it popped up, because I check every day. Because I'm always ordering stuff to try and check out with you guys, and especially when it's new release stuff. Because it was such a good year for designer releases, I think. Best year I've seen. So it's one of those deals where I saw it and I was like, well, shit, I guess I'm ordering some fragrances. And I've been putting off getting Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privé forever. Born Aroma Intense came in stock and they had a 50 ml. So I was like, that's what I want is a 50 ml. So I didn't do that. Yeah, we're shutting it down here in a second. Kyler's been very interested. Kyler messages me about what's going on with the nutrition and the training all the time. Shout out to Kyler. Later tonight, CK1 Shock. Have blessed. Oh, good to see you, my man. That's all part of it. Yeah, spray tan's going to be part of it. And since I'm doing classic physique, you got to wear black. So yeah, the posing trunks are going to be black. Classic physique, everybody wears black. So yeah, because I'm doing classic physique, not bodybuilding, which is still bodybuilding. It's not, you know, the gigantic, super crazy mass monsters. I'm not trying to load up full of stuff and try to compete with that. I'm not interested in that. You know, for my frame, I'm very muscular for my frame. Classic physique is the right division for me. I don't want to do physique with the board shorts. I work too hard on my legs to hide my quads. I want to showcase my quads and traditional posing and stuff like that. I'm more into the traditional poses and things, not the new age hippy dippy stuff that physique is. More power to those guys, just not the division for me. Classic physique, that's going to be my division. And I get to do True Novice, so I'm pretty excited about that because it's my first show. There's a lot of great options. Like today with the mag bar underhand grip, shoulder width apart, was very focused. Like literally I did a drop set that's on my fitness Instagram page. Like it didn't even fit because you're going to do 90 seconds on a reel. The whole thing didn't even fit on there because I started at 160 pounds, did to 12 hard, tense, slow negatives, controlled with a good squeeze on the concentric part of the motion, and dropped the weight twice, and I wasn't able to fit all the reps in because it was such a serious drop set failure set. You know, no sin of the day, got the flu, man. I hope you feel better soon, Ryan. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Well, it's going to be a little bit here and there. It's not like a everyday content kind of thing, you know, maybe once a week on there. The occasional shorts videos might not always be vlogs and stuff like that, but there will be some content moving forward that's going to pop up, and it's going to be on that channel with updates from time to time. No. And it's not shorts. It's going to be posing trunks because I'm not doing physique. I'm doing classic physique. they're different. Classic physique is traditional bodybuilding, basically. That's what Chris Bumstead does. Bumstead, I'm sorry. Why did I say Bumfield? Bumstead's. That's C-Bum's division, which obviously not doing that. I'm not a IFBB pro, but classic physique, NPC. Mom was an executive Nordstrom. She had a bunch of frags for free. Well, that's pretty badass. Jeez. I love training back. I hated doing legs because of 2 bad knees and a bad hip and lower back. Damn, sorry to hear that, man. Sorry to hear that. Girth Brooks. There you go. Lost a ton of strength. Well, yeah, based on what happened to you, I'm not surprised, my man. Well, I'm D3 deficient, but I've been prescribed vitamin D3 that I take once a week. That's high dose, slow release. So yeah, that's the only deficiency I had was vitamin D3. I get blood work done every 2.5, 3 months for years now. Yeah, I'm on TRT. That's no secret. I get blood work done all the time, at least 4 times a year. I get blood work done. Yeah, for sure. Slow down eccentrics. Yeah, for sure. Yep, they definitely are. Yeah, I'm not doing all that, but this next leg day is going to be wild, though. I'm going to be limping out the gym. And it's not crazy volume for sets. It's just the variety of exercises and how heavy and intense I have to go to get those, the range that she wants from me. It's going to be a bitch. I mean, you can get warm-up sets and everything. I always do at least 1 warm-up set. The first exercise, 2 to 3 warm-up sets, but every exercise after, I do a warm-up set before we get into the working sets. But I'm excited, yet holy shit, this is going to be rough. Nervous going, not nervous, but like, holy shit, this is going to be a bitch kind of leg day. But I'm here for it. I've been working on them, man. I've been working on them. Just when they were getting lean, I went back to a bulk. But they're getting thicker. They're getting thicker, so it's worth it. Not even skipping anything. Yeah, I'm right at the end. I didn't have to skip anything. I caught up. Just kept on gliding through. So we're hour 42. It's time to go ahead and shut it down, guys. I appreciate you guys showing some interest in what I have going on. I really do appreciate that, seriously, because that's my life is 2 things: fitness and fragrance. That is the 2 most important things in my life besides my wife, basically. Is fitness and fragrance. As far as the things I do throughout the day, that is where my main focuses are. So I appreciate you guys showing some interest. I really do. It was fun speculating with you guys about what's to come, what we'd like to see, what we think we'll see, what we've seen announced already, rumors. This was fun. I hope you guys had a good time. Thank you, everybody that gave super chats. I always appreciate those. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Tomorrow's video is the worst fragrance release of 2023. And then the following is my favorite rack store pickups from this year. We're still doing a lot of these best of 2023 videos. So check out today's video if you haven't yet. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Y'all have a good one.